Doing here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, I said. I said hold on a second. I said hold on a second. Golf freaking G's. Golf freaking G's. There we go. There we go. There we go, yeah. That's what I love to see. Alrighty, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Whew. Whoa, did not mean to hit that. Alrighty. Oh. Welcome, everybody. Well, anybody who decides to show up whenever you can. Welcome. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for stopping by. Last stream was a little chaotic, but, you know, I thought it was nice. Nice little break from the norm, you know. But today, we're going to get pleasantly buzzed. I feel I've earned it. There we go. I have a reference photo pulled up here. So you might be wondering what we're doing here today. Right now we're doing the Allosaurus from Dino Crisis 2. Maybe a bit, excuse me, weird to comprehend at the moment, but this is a new project I'm working on. The video should be out soon. Patent pending on that one. But yeah, this is what it looks like so far. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I'm excited for it. I've always wanted to make animals from Dino Crisis, especially Dino Crisis 2, because I grew up playing that one the most. Cat hair everywhere. And yeah, felt like Allosaurus would be a good first starter. So here we go. Just dive right into it. I got his lower jaw here. Also gonna redo his body because, well, I'll just show you. Golly, I did not mean to jolt my setup like that. This is the original that I had, but I'm gonna use this for something else. Definitely have reservations for this. So this ain't leaving anywhere anytime soon. Just gonna be recycling it for something else. Oops. I need to see something. I need to see something. Okay. Sorry, my reference photo was getting a little wonky. But yep, here we go. Filter in whoever comes in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's going to be a very impromptu stream. I know we've been doing like every other week, so next Friday I'll take off. But then the Friday after that, I'll do a little something. Hope everybody's week went well. It's Friday. To all of the peeps out there that still have to work tomorrow, this is for you. But hopefully, you know, it goes by quick for yous. Hi there, hi Alfie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If anybody is inquiring, my nails are not gross due to neglect. I just work around a lot of dirt and dust. around all the dirt and dust. Well, these are kind of clean, but they're long. I need to clip them. I'm all gross and disgusting. I just took a shower too because I needed it. My hair was so oily and gross. I usually take showers at nighttime. I don't have to worry about it in the morning. I have time in the morning. I just don't feel like it half the time because I get horrible sleep enough as it is. But yeah. Right now we're doing the side profile. Yeah, okay. Oh wow, that actually that actually worked out a lot better than I thought. It's looking pretty good so far. At least I think it looks pretty dang good. You have to get that crest up a little higher. This isn't a scientifically accurate Allosaurus, if anybody's wondering. It's far from, but I love the style of it, and it's it's kind of ridiculous how big it actually is. So here's like a normal. Well, there's different kinds of Allosaurus, but this is one called Fragilis, and it's kind of, I wouldn't say gracile or like lean. It was pretty big for the kind of animal it was. Here it, like, let's say Owen Grady right here is a normal 5'7" human. That's probably how big they would probably get. Maybe even a little bigger. But yeah, they're pretty big. Compared to us, on it, obviously everything's gonna be huge. But oh, somebody messaged me. I have my notifications off. But yeah. Streaming the moment. No moment. So sorry if I'm quiet. There we go. Gordon Chin? Yee, dinosaur time indeed. Hello, Gordon Chin. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, last stream it was a bit chaotic. My brother, the Scholarly Sloth, was streaming with our friend, someone else, 13, and I got a little too tipsy But today we're still getting tipsy, but I'm in control. I think. I don't know. Sometimes I don't think I am, sometimes I do. Alright. So, this is where you're going to be right here. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Use my grotesque fingernail to help mark it. But hey, that's what happens when you're a sculptor and you have nasty ass fingers. If you're wondering what this is just his bottom jaw. What I did was I made a hole. Great, another cat here. Oh, awesome. I made a lump, then I cut this part off. Looks a little gangly right now, especially at the back right here, but we'll fix it up. We'll fix it up. Right now we have more work to do. Gots to make that crest on top of his eyeball a little bit more pronunciated. Out a little bit. Actually, let's add a little bit to it because it looks like kind of just big triangle. Also looking at a low poly PS1 character model in Sketchfab, but because I originally wanted to. So for these games, if you're familiar, this is back when like Konami and Capcom were doing like Resident Evil, Dino Crisis, which is also by Capcom, and Konami did like Silent Hill. They would have like artist renditions of each like monster, creature, in this case dinosaurs. And they work, but notice that when I'm following a reference, I'd like to have, especially if it's like of a 3D model or of a 3D object, I would like to have more of a more of a grasp on what it looks like in 3 dimensions. So this definitely helped out a lot. Okay. Post, I think, when I put this guy in for his first bake, I'll just fill in this area a little bit. Got a lot of over-exaggerated features, but nothing we can't handle. You know what I'm saying? Nothing we can't handle. Uh-oh, Stinky. Yes, uh-oh, Stinky is correct. Yeah. Yeah, this guy, his name is Johnny. So, my good friend Tristan is in charge of, hey, what up, someone else, thank you, welcome to the stream. I'm doing work on a future project for, I'm doing an Allosaurus trio. not doing them all in one go. Like, I'm doing one per, but they're going to be sectioned off. Like, I have one planned for Halloween this year, if you can believe it. But I have 3 Allosaurus that I figured would be really cool. And I had 3 design inspirations in mind. One was from a video game of an Allosaurus in it, like an Allosaurus inside a video game. Another was a realistic Allosaurus. And the third, we're going to keep a little surprise for when it comes out. But this one is based off of the Allosaurus in the game Dino Crisis 2. Which, if you haven't seen it, it's really cool. Actually, I'll show you guys. That way you can get a good idea of what I'm looking at. So this is what I'm looking at right now. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit. Hold on a sec. There we go. Oh, I'm not screaming. So this is the Allosaurus model that I'm looking at. This is what it looks like in the game. I enjoyed the way it looks. It's very bulldogish. It's not super realistic, as you can see. Like the nostrils, those little dark patches right above the mouse cursor are like way high up and way too in front. But I just love this design so much because it's like it's still faithful to the animal that it's trying to portray, but at the same time, like it's its own thing, and I just really enjoy it. And the more I was doing this, the more I wanted to emulate that, because with my first video, my first full... Oh god, get in there. Get in there. Yes! Yes, so... Dino Crisis 1 and 2 have been remastered for Steam. Now, it's not like, you know, what they did with Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered. It's literally just the same exact polygons, same charming PS1 graphics, but a little more refined and able to withstand like the HD TVs that we have now, like, or HD monitors. I would like to play them on stream sometime in the future. I think they're pretty cheap too, but yeah. I would love to get a remake, because here's my dream, right? While I keep going. Hold on, I'm going to take a drink. Sorry, I had a piece of foil in my mouth. I don't know how that happened. But my dream, when I grow up, would love, absolutely love, to have a Dino Crisis Resurgence. And a lot of people really want that. A lot of people want that. There have been so many forums and blog posts that I used to follow a lot semi-recently, like 2 or 3 years ago, that were talking about like, oh, Capcom is talking about releasing some new project that involves dinosaurs and a certain red-headed protagonist. We're just like, oh man. Turns out it was that one game that's kind of like it's kind of like Fortnite, but it has to do with like time travel and like you have to fight all these dinosaurs in like cityscapes. It wasn't Dino Crisis. That was the thing that they were doing. There's been many things as to why Dino Crisis hasn't been remade, but I would love Dino Crisis 1 and 2 to be remade, obviously. That'd be great. With the technology we have, and it's Capcom based, so we could either get an RE engine flavored Dino Crisis game, or what if we got a Dino Crisis engine, a DC engine? Wouldn't that be cool? Dinosaurs in video games like we've never seen them before. Then I would like them to remake Dino Stalker, which is a spin-off game that's loosely based in the same universe. And then they do a retelling of Dino Crisis 3. So you might be asking yourself, what is Dino Crisis 3 about? Well, I'll tell you what it is about and then what it was going to be about. So Dino Crisis 3, originally, this is in the early 2000s. This is shortly after Dino Crisis 2 came out. Dino Crisis 3 was going to take place where a time anomaly had occurred, and all these dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures would end up in a city, and it'd be up to you to survive in said city. Unfortunately, Capcom found it in poor taste, and I respect them for doing this. Even though it would have been great, I still respect them for doing this. They were planning to release it in 2001, which, unfortunately, for those of you who live in the States, or for those of you who don't live in the States, unfortunately, that was when September 11th happened. And Capcom was like, you know what? We can't do this. This is going to be in poor taste. You know, not only are we not going to make the sales, but this is just going to be incredibly offensive to, never forget. This is going to be incredibly offensive to, our American consumers. So we can't really ship this product out to anybody because the wound was still fresh. It still kind of is, honestly. Even though it's only like, 20... Yeah, long time. I can't do long math right now. Well, all math is long math to me. But yeah, that's the main reason they shut down the project, is because they thought it would be in poor taste, and I respect them for that. But also, why didn't we get it? So Dino Crisis, what it is set in the future, where these colonists were exposed to cosmic radiation, and this AI that can help navigate the ship found DNA that had been stocked in the database, and the ship's AI, which is called Mother, go figure, had dinosaur DNA. So they had done the AI itself had done a bunch of tests to create like a life form that could withstand the vacuums of space and radiation from cosmic rays. And they ended up having kind of dinosaur human hybrids, which I know what you're thinking. And if you haven't seen pictures of them, then you're probably not thinking what I'm thinking, because they look nothing like human dinosaur hybrids. The designs are really cool. I will give them that. The designs were really cool. They were just dinosaurs or dinosaur-esque creatures that had like stretched skin where exposed muscle was showing. Some of them didn't have eyes or noses. Yeah, they didn't look They didn't look bad. And here's the thing, right? And I've said this for uh, Resident Evil Village. Um, if Dino Crisis 3 was labeled something else, like maybe Space Extinction or Universe of Extinction or, you know, some title that vaguely alluded to dinosaurs in space. Okay, this game would be marginally better, but not by a lot. The controls were wonky, the camera angles were wonky, the combat was repetitive. Not that, you know, Dino Crisis 1 and 2 were not repetitive. Let's be honest, Dino Crisis 2 was less survival horror and more arcade shoot 'em up, which is fine. It did its job. It sold copies. I don't remember how many off the top of my head, but honestly, it didn't do as much, obviously, as Dino Crisis 1, but it still had the name attached to it, and therefore, you know, the storyline is cool, you know, but Dino Crisis 3 would have probably benefited more if it had been titled something else. But, or at the very least, if it was like to the company, there could be like, maybe this is like a what if situation. Like, what if this happened? What if Dino Crisis was in space, you know? But, yeah, it kind of fell flat. It was pretty bad. Yes, yes. Dino Crisis 2 definitely. That's why I think the two, you know, uh, the dichotomy between the two is where it works, is because we got, you know, the survival horror, you know, we got that. So if you wanted to be tense and be scared out of your mind from dinosaurs, then Dino Crisis 1 was your go-to. And if you just wanted to have fun shooting up dinosaurs and collecting points, and when you got done playing Dino Crisis 2, there was a function where, so in the game, you get points, like XP, and you can use that to buy weapons, or you save up just enough, you can play as dinosaurs or humans in like an arcade-esque mini game. And it was so cool to play. I obviously would play as the T-Rex, because T-Rex is awesome. Allosaurus was cool too, but T-Rex is awesome. I would love, absolutely love, if Capcom would, you know, and I'm okay with waiting. Like, I know they're most likely going to be remaking the 5th game. Hell, they're already starting a remake on the 1st game. And I probably gonna remake Code Veronica too. That one was pretty successful. But once they get all the Resident Evils, you know, remade, all that fun stuff, then I think they should go right ahead, pull the trigger, and remake Dino Crisis. If Big Brother's to be believed, and they can hear everything I say, Capcom, please, I'll be the creative director. You see what I'm doing right now? I'll help with creature design. I don't care. Yeah, that is true. Dude, could you imagine Hideo Kojima, though? Could you really imagine Hideo Kojima making a dinosaur survival horror game? He would absolutely destroy. He would do so good. Especially with, like, the technology that we have and, like, how the player models look in Death Stranding 2. Hell, Death Stranding 1 in general still looks amazing. Even though it's not that old. But you can tell. You can definitely tell. Like, I saw some trailer footage again for the new Silent Hill. and I saw how it looked, and it looked fantastic. Then I rewatched playthroughs of Silent Hill 2 remake, and it's like that was great, and that was 2 years ago already. So, like having like all this insane technology now, it's insane. Exactly. No wonder I was a little steamy. My window's closed. Let me open that up. Should I let the kitties in, chat? Been debating it. Ah, I gotta get another drink anyway, so I will BRB. Okay, my door's open. I'm letting the kitties in. I usually let them in anyway. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how destructive they want to be. Ooh. Ooh, that's real nice. Ooh. Ooh. Getting that gust of wind? Right on my obliques. That's nice. Oh, that's real nice. That's real nice. Hey, Cuto Arts. Dino time. Yes. Welcome, welcome. 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 Okay. Gotta bolt this out now. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. And one of the cats just got up on the table right behind me. Awesome. I know exactly who it is. Yep. Never ceases to amaze me. And Frodo just came into the room. Just smoothing this out. Just a tad. Smoothing this out. Just a sad. All these imperfections can be, turned into other things. Whether it's like a scar or imperfection of the skin, something like that, I'm talking about. I'll leave this little area right here because I kind of bisected this area with a line. I'm going to keep this area in so it'll be easier to attach to the body. That side is considerably thicker. Yes. Yep, Aladar is currently... Yep, he heard his name. And his tail's up. He's currently looking outside of my open window in my studio. Yeah, mine love to tear the drapes down. Or the curtains. Mine absolutely love to tear down my curtains. Why, I don't know. Because they're definitely smart enough to find their way out of them. I've seen them do it. Even the little one, Frodo, has the capacity to know that. But it's as if their minds think that they just want to play. Well, all right, I will concede to that possibly being true. I will definitely concede to that possibly being true. But, and this is a big but, gotta pull them down? Really? Pull down the drapes? It also doesn't help that my curtains are held up by, you know, metal rods that have the tensile strength of a 1 day old. So their constitution is that of a snail. So, you know, it's easier said than done. But I think I might have to get me some new curtains in the future. Sorry, I'm replying to a massage. Let's switch this view around. I'd say it's pretty close. Because I kind of want to have the 2D artist rendition as well as having the 3D like low poly model in mind. I do want to do like a series where I just remake certain, like depending on what sculpts I do, I want to redo them in like literal like poly, like simple polygon models, kind of like what I just showed earlier in the stream. And just have that be the main focus of each sculpt. Because I just find something so charming about seeing a low polygon model put in like a like in our world right now, like in a realistic world. Because I grew up with those, and you know, it's just so charming to see something like that Roger Rabbit effect. That is just such a cool design. I really love the paintwork. That was the first thing that I wanted to do. So I originally wanted to, and I'll say this in the main video that'll come out associated with this project. But I originally was going to make the first Allosaurus of the trio a realistic one, but give it the paint scheme of the Dino Crisis 2 Allosaurus. But the more I painted it, the more I didn't like it. I went too bright. I needed to dull it down. I originally had it as like a white, or like an offish white, and then bright blue. When looking at it now, it's kind of like a gray, whitish gray with like dark navy blue. And what's really cool is, if I'm not mistaken, and I looked at the artwork, I did a double take, I think the crests are purple. And that's really cool. I've never seen purple utilized on an asset like that, especially a dinosaur. To my knowledge, I've never seen purple used, and it's not like I've definitely seen purple used, but it's in a very flamboyant way. But I've never seen it in such a nonchalant, like subtle way. Not nonchalant, a very subtle. That's the word I was looking for. In a very subtle way. So, having that in mind, yeah, like Barney. But Barney, there's a lot happening to Barney. I say that the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's should do his own take on Barney the dinosaur. That would be cool. I am also not opposed to doing Barney either. Like, I've seen this guy north of the border. This guy north of the border who was a big inspiration of how I deliver my videos, like verbally, like the cadence and how I speak. Inspired me, like, 'cause I'm a huge fan of dry humor, but I was kind of like overly excited in like 2000, like early 2010s, like Vine-esque levels of energy. I just didn't like that. Oh, that actually worked out perfectly. Wait, hold on a second. Chat. Hold on. I think we just nailed this. Falling upwards. Yeah, we did. Holy Santa Claus shit. We did. Oh my gosh. That was perfect. Wow. Holy crap. Man. I'm freaking good. I don't like bragging, but this is one of the things that I will freely say I am pretty gosh darn good at. Gall dang it. Alright, now we need to texture. I'll only do a little bit. Do I have my bigger texture rollers? Because I need a bigger texture roller. Looking through my little toolbox area here. Hey, Aladar. How you doing, Bubby? Oh, perfect. This is literally the one I was looking for. So this is why I have a wire impaled in the back of the head. So I can do this. And don't worry, we're going to be doing way more texturing and, way more detail work. But I just... Hey, Aladar, what do you think you're doing, bud? You know you're not supposed to be on this table. Okay, yep. Awesome. And this is why I keep the door closed. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You know what? I love you, buddy. But I'm putting an end to this right now. Hi, buddy. Hi, Bubby. Little side note. My girl cat, Binks, she was in here last night when I was working. And I noticed that she had little faint flecks of blue in her eyes when you hit her eyes with the light just right. Oh no! I didn't mean it, I swear. I can fix this. I can fix this. This is easy. Actually, you know what? Easy battle damage. Easy battle damage. Perfect. But she kept meowing for attention. And of course, being her father, I gave it to her. But, I like pulled her in close for pets. And I noticed her eyes were a little brighter than usual. I guess I never noticed it until now. But I always thought her eyes were just straight, like greenish yellow. No, like holy crap. She has faint blue, like flecks in her eyes, which is really cute, really gorgeous. He's got big scales around his eyelids, so we're gonna try and copy that with a silicone shaper. We'll also go in, like what I've been doing with Otis. Oh, hey Mom, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Hope you and Dad are doing good. I have my tire appointment set for 10. So I'll be sure to get up bright and early and drop the car off. And I'll help you guys with the pool. Hi, his mom. Well, hey, Frodo. Hold on. Dad and I are watching. Awesome! Well, you're probably watching this, so I'll show you this real quick. Come here, Frodo. Come here, Frodo. There we go. Everybody meet Frodo. This is sure to get me all the likes and clicks. All the views. Right, Frodo? What are you looking at? Okay, I'll put you down. You got a big old pot belly. He's got done eating. Probably his sister's food, no doubt. Thanks a lot. Oh goodness, my phone's at 5%. Hold on a sec. Let me grab my charger real quick. I'll be right back. Oh gosh, hold on. There we go. Whew. This is about to be a disaster. Whew. Yes, 10 a.m. is when I'm gonna get it in. Not try, excuse me. I am gonna get it in. I called them today, and they said it's first come first serve. So they really don't schedule like times for coming in for like repairs and stuff like that or whatever have you. So I'm gonna have them I'm gonna get a new tire and then rotate the others, if that makes sense. Some of the big scales right there. Big scales right there. Looking pretty good so far. Looking pretty good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. So, Mother, if you remember a video game that I used to play a lot of, Dino Crisis. I'm making a Dino Crisis Allosaurus as a part of a trio. But I think right now this guy's going to go in the oven. Now what I'm going to do is, like I said with Otis, excuse me, well, I'll just show you. Like what I did with this guy, you see all the scales? Those were hand carved by moi. And I think what I'm going to do is so I'm going to be baking this guy now. And then I'm going to be adding a little more clay up top. And then I'm going to be taking a scoring tool with this little pin or needle tool and just scoring in lines, like age lines and stuff like that. Just kind of help it flow a little bit better, because I don't want to just make it, for the body it's going to be a lot easier to do that, but for the face it's a lot more delicate. There's not as much stuff I can use to you know, can't just keep doing this, you know. So I'm gonna add in some additional texture. But yeah, we're gonna get this assembled. Now this is just helps keep it stable, because I don't want to just put it on its side, or else the clay will warp and you just won't go good at all. It just won't look good at all. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right here, this whole number. This is kind of the boring stuff that I don't show, because, you know, A, it's boring, and B, you know, it's stuff that, you know, you could kind of ascertain. Like, don't, I know that my viewers have the common sense to do something like this. But yeah, this thing's upright, ready to go. I'm gonna get a baking tray, go preheat the oven. I'll be right back. I will be right back. You can start working on the body. Gotta get some more foil. It started to fall. Alright. Well, the oven is preheating. Ow. Let us get started on the body. This is the jaw right here, so we'll save that for an okay. Aladar. Aladar, you know the rules. You're not supposed to be on the table. This is why. This is why I don't have the kitties in here whenever I'm not in here. Whew. God. I got cat hair all over the table. Actually, it's not bad. Yes, hi Alfie. I know he just wants to cuddle. I know that. He definitely just wants to cuddle. But I have a job to do. Okay. Place it back. Okay. So we're just going to use this as reference. We're not going to, obviously we're not going to, hold it 1-to-1 because the model itself is not 1-to-1. So, I just need a cat hair in my mouth. That's awesome. But, we're gonna get there. And, yeah. Little dude. Yeah, we're gonna have this thing in a dynamic pose. I used my gift card and got a burrito. It was so delicious. It was so delicious. I loved it very much. I enjoyed every single busy bite. Okay. No, you know what, Sloth? Bump off. All right? How about that? All right? How about that? Bump off. Bump the frick off, Samwise. Ooh. Yeah. Yep. That is the scholarly sloth, Mother. You are talking to the scholarly sloth. How appropriate, the scholarly sloth and scholarly saurus in one room. They the IRS, the NSA, NWBA. Wow. You know what? We might have to end the stream early because of that. Like the gall that you have, Mother. How dare you? My mother is a kind mother. Don't forget the scholarly me. Yeah, someone else is here too. Okay. Get this up here. Oh, speaking of which, I put the new doorknob and lock in today. Or not today, yesterday. I listened to the same song for 30 minutes because I was so locked in that I didn't feel like changing the song at all. Now you may ask yourselves, Saurus, are you artistic? And that I say, maybe. I might be just a little on the spectrum, but you know what? It's my superpower. It's my secret, Cap. I'm always on the spectrum. There we go. I got the foot. I think I want to have. I kind of want to have it. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna have it kind of curl in like this. We're gonna have this foot up. my eye. Help. Okay, we're gonna have that one up. And usually go the middle toe since that's the longest digit when it comes to toesy wosies. And just before the claw, do that. There we go, perfect. Now it doesn't have to be like 1 for 1. Just as long as we can get a decent silhouette of what we want. And we can also mitigate it like by adding more wire. Because this thing isn't 1 for 1 either. You know, I've definitely taken a lot of creative liberty, pulling a lot of inspiration from both models, the 2D art and the 3D render. So I'm definitely going at my own pace while still trying to follow at least some reference. As long as I have these bones, I could do anything. So that's also what I say when I gamble. Okay, now this guy's pretty wide. Wide hips. Wide hips, this guy's an athlete. Okay, so this little number right here. Probably right here, yeah. So yeah, as that tips up. As long as I have money, I can gamble. Yep. Those are truer words to live by. Ah! As long as I have money, I can gamble. That is truly a way to go in life. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is, just to make these, because usually what I do is I have a little bit of wire exposed like out of the bottom of the foot, kind of what I have here. And that's just to help hold something down, like hold it in place. But if I play my cards right, because I can thicken it up more with like materials, I can just make the feet right now and then get another wire and wrap it around there, so that way, you know, so go with me here. So instead of making a wire like that's just there, like I didn't clip the wire, like it's just sticking out, what I can do is take something like this, put it right here, and then wrap smaller gauge wire around it, thicken it up with like some super glue and baking soda, and then I can stick that in, because that way we can position the feet any way we want. And then when I feel like I have the pose down right, because I want it to be a very dynamic pose, so this guy is going to be screaming on the ground as the Allosaurus is about to attack. So I figured either having his foot on his, about to impale his stomach, or the Allosaurus is getting close to like biting down on him. So we can do that little number. Okay, this goes like this. And we have that evened up, or evened out, that's the word. Okay, so just duplicate this as best I can. I usually use pliers for this, but for something like this, something that's this dynamic at the same time, you know, I can be a little more dastardly. Hope the music is loud enough. I turned it down a little bit because I thought it would be a little too loud. Okay. Well, thank you, Mother. I appreciate that. Definitely try my best. There we go. We got 2 legs. Holy shit, they're the same size and length. Oh. There we go. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get that going. Okay. I know what I have to do now. Get some of this 22 gauge wire. 0.6 millimeters if you're freaking horrible and don't understand the imperial system. Jerk. Well, thank you, Father. Mother and Father, I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that a lot. Ooh, excuse me. That burrito's fighting back, I tell you what. That burrito's starting to fight back. That chorizo and scrambled egg with the tomatoes and lettuce and rice and lettuce. That red sauce is a little too hot sometimes. Who the heck was that? Oh. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, back in it to win it. Alrighty, you go do that. I love you too. Tell Dad I love him as well. Oh, he can hear me. Love you, Pop. I want to do like gaming streams as well. Really? Really, we're going to do this number? There Aladar is. Freaking messing up my studio. My cheeks feel like grilled cheese. Feel like a grilled cheese sandwich this week because it was so humid. Oh yeah, dude. Well, you're at right now. Well, I'm assuming you're home, or at least you're home. Yeah. I've heard summers in big cities are a freaking nightmare. All that concrete just. They do not mess around when they say concrete jungle because that shit is el horrible. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Alright, now we just blitz the crap out of this with some wire. We've got to find the middle. I think we just found it. Yeah, we just found it. Perfect right there. Alright, now we gotta get some more wire. What the heck? Huh. That's not good. Probably pay for that later in the future. But I have this huge spool, so I think we're hot to trot. Okay, just find the middle where we were. Just take the wire and slowly twist. Slowly twist. There we go. Sorry if it looks a little jumbly wombly right now. No, get back there. I aligned you with Sharpie for a reason. Get this, and then I'll get the oven situation ready. That in there. Then we come around to the aft end. It's okay if the legs move right now. It's okay if the legs move right now. Because that'll just be easier for us to pose it later in the future. Alright. This. That. Alrighty. So that looks pretty good so far. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Now what we need is to get some epoxy putty. Oops. Move that out of the way. So this is epoxy sculpt. It's a molding compound containing 2 parts. We have part A. Just need a little bit. And part B right here. Just need a little bit of this, but we need both volumes to be of the same exact length. Did my music just stop? Oh no, it's just really quiet. Okay. That looks pretty similar. What are they? So if you're not familiar, epoxy putty is a type of putty that is used for things like plumbing equipment, like breaking or fixing broken furniture, in this case modeling. You can use it for a variety of different things, but this stuff really helps. It is waterproof and it hardens by itself. So it's kind of like a moldable resin that you can get dirty with. They say use gloves, but I don't care. I don't care. As long I don't rub my eyes when I use this stuff. That's a lie. I have rubbed my eyes before. I have rubbed my eyes before, but very few and far between. Oh, hi, Binks. You little ninja. Okay. Put these here. Future builds. Living life on the edge. Yeah. Living life on the edge. All right. I'm going to go put the head in the oven. And we'll be right back. 8:51. Oh, gosh, Alatar. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. didn't mean to kick you. Oh my gosh, I feel horrible. I accidentally just, as I was walking, I didn't see Aladar. I punted him in the face with my big old meaty foot. There we go. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean it. I swears. I didn't mean it. I swears it. Probably should have grabbed water, but oh, well, I have water here. Be a little messy, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. You know what? I don't think we need water. Famous last words. Famous last words. All right. All right. Cat fur all over my fingers. It's awesome. Okay. Now my philosophy is it doesn't have to look pretty going on, but my God, does it have to work. This is the case of form over function. No. Function over form. If that makes any sense. Which it probably doesn't, but... You know what? This is my world. Ow. I cut my thumb on my dryer, if you can believe it. I was cleaning out my... It's cleaning out the lint trap. And I didn't realize there was a freaking saw trap built into it. And I sliced open my thumb. Yeah, right there. Alrighty. So it should harden in a couple of hours. So we're just going to set this to the side and take a little breaky poo. Talk into chat. See what's on the up and up type. How's everybody doing? Whew. I'm excited because I took the last week of April and the first weekend in May off to, well, to, you know, take a staycation. I love those. I love just taking staycations. Just get to loaf around, but I'm going to be cranking out as much content as I can. I definitely want to get Otis finished. I really want to not blitz it, but get that done in the reasonable time frame because I'm excited for the prospect. You know what? I'm so excited that I'll show you a little sneak peek of what Daddy's been cooking. Beep-boo. This right here. I am so excited getting to this point right here, and this is just starting. Like, this is just getting started. This is Otis. It's going to be a fully functional, fully articulated stop motion puppet. And I am so excited. And I may be considered a man-child, but I might carry this guy around with me everywhere I go because this thing's just so cool. Even as like a skeleton like this right now. Like, this is just so cool. I love it so much. It's gonna be so awesome to get the skin on and paint it. Oh, I cannot wait to paint it. And he will be the official mascot for the channel because my favorite dinosaur is T-Rex. Obviously, this is a T-Rex. Shout out to my boy. Oh, dude, hi Alfie. Like, I've put so much love and work into this guy for such a long time, and I've slowly integrated myself into, I wouldn't say taking this whole sculpting thing more seriously, but taking the time more seriously into doing this stuff. Because I love it. I love doing this stuff. This is what I live for. I love it so much. Well, I live for many other things, but also my father will be, his birthday is on May 1st. So I'll be doing that as well, hopefully. Good Lord willing, if I'm not tired enough. But I am excited for all of it. For the future, yeah. I cast his clay head out of resin. Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, I'm so excited because then I could put foam on this guy. I have denser foam, so I have polyurethane, which is kind of the stuff they use to put in like posturepedic pillows and stuff. So I use that for like the neck, mostly for the neck, and then for like the denser muscles like his legs, like his calves and his thigh muscles. I'll be using a more dense foam, and then his tail obviously will be getting that same soft foam treatment. But yeah, this is Otis. I'm gonna be. He doesn't have any peepers. He did. So the story behind this is, and I'll say it in my video, but I went through 3 heads because I don't know. There's something about it I didn't enjoy, but I just kept messing up, and I understood the definition of insanity at that moment in time. So finally, my buddy was like, why don't you just go with what you have and see what turns up? And he was right. And I looked at this. This is the first head that I ever cast, and it's great. I mean, there's this stuff, but like this, it's kind of like release or like excess. But I'll just shave that down. That'll be easy. I'll redo his ears with some more epoxy putty, and then for his eyes, I originally had his eyes. There you go, like a proper makeup vlogging channel. Meow. Oh, hi. Hello. I did put eyes in the mold, and I cast it with eyes already placed in, but I didn't like the way the eyes looked, so I gutted them, and I want to make more realistic eyes to put into the head, and then make proper eyelids and such with more epoxy. Ow, epoxy resin. Ow, God. Why do you have to scratch me? Huh? Why do you gotta scratch me? Hello. Hi. Aren't you just starved for attention? But yeah, let's see how long I've been streaming. Because the time's off on the live feed. we've been streaming for about an hour and a half. Nice. Hi. Hello. So I think with that being said, I think I'll end tonight's stream. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Oh, how about sneeze? Excuse me. I'll definitely be doing more work in here tomorrow. I'm excited for that. Gonna take a little break from the Allosaurus. Actually, I'm gonna be doing Otis and the Allosaurus in tangent with each other. Yeah, thank you for joining. I appreciate all of it. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, Kyoto Arts. Look forward to seeing more streams. Like I said, I usually do every other Friday, or I want to do every other Friday. So I did last Friday, and then I just decided to do this Friday because last Friday was a little hectic. Lots of stimming going on. But, I decided to keep more clear, more concise, and what a way to end it than with the thing that started it all. I also have more projects in the future that I want to do. I want to do a lot of Resident Evil stuff. I want to do Silent Hill stuff. All the things that was in my mission statement for Gus in my T-Rex from Dino Island video. I want to do more like creatures and monsters and dinosaurs from video games that I played when I was younger. I always wanted, like 3D models or like action figures of those specific things. So having the ability to do that is great, and being able to show other people that is awesome. Because when I first decided to do the Dino Island one, I was like, it's a very, not learned, but niche thing. And I doubt a whole lot of people will understand how niche it is. So, I think, I think we are good to go on that one. I'm excited for the future. There's a lot of exciting things, and the year practically just started. So, I'm excited. I'm going to be pumping out, and this is a promise too, and I will fulfill it to the best of my ability. I got a lot more projects in store. I think the first one, I'll even say it here on stream, so you guys can get the scoop, and then you can make fun of the people that didn't make it. Well, I'll just be posting this stream, so, but that's besides the point. The first non-dinosaur thing I want to do, and I plan on filming a bunch of things and scheduling them for Halloween, and one of the ones for Halloween will be the split head from the first Silent Hill. So look forward to that, because that one's going to be a fun undertaking. Another one I have lined up too is the Delago from Resi 4. I had footage of it. I'm going to try and do more digging of the footage. But if I can't find it, then I will post what I had done leading back up to it. Because I kind of just forgot about it altogether. I had it all not painted, but I had the model made and ready to go. But I will show at least what I had leading up to the revamp. And I have some Resident Evil things that I would like to do. Some mixed brands that I would like to do. But there's a big lineup. A lot of stuff that I'd like to get done this year. And, get my artwork out in the open, and I am so excited for all that. So, with that being said, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Everybody that decided to watch tonight, thank you so much. You know, I enjoyed it. I had a blast. Thank you everybody so much for watching. That's it for this one, and as always, take care.